Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mango. I would first like to shout out everyone that shared, subscribed, and viewed my last video. The views and the support I got from that was shocking. I wasn't really actually expecting that. And I would also like to say, if you're gonna follow my social media pages, please leave your @name below so we can definitely connect on that, because I want to make sure my subscribers stay informed, because I do polls on my Twitter and I ask a lot of questions on my Twitter, but I don't ever get any responses. But that's just a story of my life. But just make sure you guys just leave it below so I can follow you guys on my Instagram and on my Twitter. Thank you guys so much for your views and support. I really appreciate it. Now stay tuned for the video. Hey you guys, so today the video will be on transferring from a community college to a four-year university and what to honestly really expect and what I went through, personal experience I went through. So I transferred to my four-year university fall of 2016, so this is my second semester here at my university. My transition was hectic, honestly. It was very, very hectic. I applied for student housing. I didn't get student housing because the university I transferred to accepted so many freshmen that they couldn't accommodate the space for upperclassmen. So I had to look for off-campus housing. To find my off-campus housing, it was very, very tough. Like, very tough. I found my apartment 2 weeks before school started. That was the most stressfulest thing because I didn't get housing, like I said, and that was kind of what I was banking on. So I didn't kind of have a backup plan, but I knew that I had to find some way, because if I didn't find housing, then I wouldn't have been able to come here. And that was just devastating to me, because I've been wanting to come here for the past like 2.5, 3 years now. So it was just like, it was one of my goals, and I'm just like, so I've already reached my community college goal. I transferred here, I got in, now I'm here. So now that I'm here, I've already got accepted. It's like kind of crumbling a little bit. I'm just like, okay, this can't really happen. I have to go here. I have to get in. I have to find something. So my mom, me, and my aunt, we came down first week of August, and we were just like looking up on the off-campus housing website, because my school, they also have an off-campus website for students to look, and people who are looking for roommates and stuff can post it on there, and you can like just connect with them that way. So I called. People like, oh, I've already given the room to someone. I was like, okay. Called, this, that, and the third. I was like, all right, okay. So I was just like, fuck. Okay, this is not ending well. By the end of the day today, I have to find an apartment. Like, if I don't find an apartment, then I'm going to be stuck back at home for another year. And that was not the plan. Let's be real right here, right now. That was not the plan. I was not staying home for another year. I had to get the fuck. That was my motto, to get the fuck, because I had to. I was not planning on staying there. The area that I lived in, it was okay, but just not enough was popping there for me, and I honestly felt like I didn't fit in my area anyways. So I wanted to go somewhere where I fit in and there were more like-minded individuals like me. So later on that day, I found a posting. My roommate, she actually posted it, and I called her up, and she was like, yeah, just call the landlord and stuff like that. So I called him, and he acted like he didn't even know what I was talking about when I first called him. So I had to pull up on him, because I was like, this is this is life or death here. Like, seriously, this is life or death here. So pulled up at the location of where my current apartment is, and luckily the landlord was actually there, and my mom was like, I bet you that's him right there. And then she like called his name, and then he was like, who's looking for me? And he turned around, and then we exchanged information and da. And upon talking to him, I told him like, oh well, my current roommate, she was like, I just need to talk to you, and she said that this is her name, and she was looking for a roommate. And he was like, oh, I don't know who that is, and and I'm just like, all right, okay. So he was like, oh well, I don't have any more rooms left, and I'm just like, all right, okay. So I was like, I don't have an apartment, that's cool. And then sometime later, he hit me back and say, oh, I'm sorry, I got confused. I thought you were saying that you were that person. And I was just like, no, I was saying that this is the girl who said that she had a room available for me in her place. That's what I said. Anyways, that's neither here or there. But moved in. I do have people that I were friends with in high school. They also go here too, and that was very hard to actually really like fit in with their crowd of friends already, because they've been here since their freshman year. They've already been here, and they've made so many friends. They've been making so many moves about just things that they just like in general. So I felt like I couldn't really fit into that niche, because they do music and they do art, and I appreciate those things, but I can't do those things. So I just felt alone. Like, I felt like I didn't really have anyone to really like connect with here. So I would just stay in my room. I would go out like time here and there, but it was hard. I didn't feel like I fit in, and I was so ready to come here and was just so ready for new things and to meet new people, but it turned to the complete opposite. I didn't meet as many friends that I thought I was going to meet. I wasn't as sociable as I usually am, so I just felt like I became a hermit crab to myself. And it was tough. Like, transferring here, I thought it was going to be finally like my awakening. Like, I was going to find myself, I was going to make so many friends, but I'm still struggling to make friends here. Well, what about the friends that you do have? I'm like, well, the friends that I do have that I've known since my junior and senior year in high school. So I've known these people for like 3, 4, almost going on 5 years. But, you know, I didn't want to burden them with like how I felt and what I was like mentally going through during my first semester. Like, because they're I'm like a year behind them, so they're all in their senior year. You can't bombard them with like things that you're going on with, and they're just like, yo, I have to get out of here, it's time for me to go. So I just felt like my friends weren't really my friends anymore. Not because they were busy doing other things. It was just I haven't been here or been around them for those periods that they were here, that I still feel like I'm invisible in a way. But I'm not really mad at them, because they've done so well. They've all grown like so much, and I've missed that like period where they were all getting to connect and finding friends and doing all this stuff. So I just felt out of place in a place where I should have felt in place, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain because my friends, we have so much fun together and we do a lot of things, but I don't really feel included in my friends group. So me trying to go out and find new friends is pretty hard because I've known these people I've known them for 3-4 years. These are my homies. These are people that I care about. So trying to find a new group of friends is hard for me in general because people that don't really know me, I'm actually a very shy individual. I actually really don't make friends that well. I just kind of just stick to myself. I don't really talk much within groups because I kind of get drowned out by other people, so I just don't really talk that much. I just observe and listen. So that was just already harder for me just to make friends. People are like, oh, you can make friends and stuff like that and join organizations and stuff like that. That's cool. You can do that. That's fine for people who are extroverts. I'm an introvert depending on the social group. So if you're in a 200, 300 seat classroom, it's hard to make friends in that it's not like high school where it's 30 seats, so everyone's more close knit and is able to make that connection. But if you're constantly going there 3 days a week, you're not really sitting by the same people, and you don't really know if these people will really understand you, because I'm already a hard person to understand already. So it just made it really hard, really hard to really acclimate to my surroundings. And it just, when I was here, I'll be walking around, it didn't really felt like I was here because I didn't have that excitement and that joy that I usually have when I talk about the school when I was at my community college. So it really put a lot of stress on me mentally because I really wanted to make friends and hang out and have an actual true college experience, because at a community college you're still in your same environment from where your high school is, your job, your parents, so you can't really be your true self in an area where there ain't shit really going on, to be honest. So it was hard. I just don't know how to make friends like that. I can talk to people, that's fine, but it's just the thought of oh, what if they don't connect to what I'm saying, or what if I don't make sense, or it's just a lot of things that I would just be repetitively just thinking about. So I would just shut myself out from all those things. And when I was around my actual friends, I personally felt that I wasn't wanted, or I wasn't I just didn't fit into that. It's just because they were just going so heavy with their music and art. They've been going heavy with this since their freshman year, and I didn't really want to mess that up. And I'm not really musically inclined, and I don't do art. I mean, I make tie-dye shirts. That's pretty much it. But not everybody is into the things that I'm into. So that's another reason why it's kind of hard to make friends, because there's not a table how it is on college movies where there's like a big table, like tables going down in a row, and you arrive on campus and they're like, oh, join this organization, join this organization. You have to like either keep up with like this school like emails, like they email you every week about things that are going on, like you can keep up that way, or you would just have to go to the student commons area and see what's going on there. But I don't like to do those things alone. I like to do them with others because I like to include people, and I just like to have fun. Just, it's because I'm always doing things by myself, and people are like, oh, that's okay to do things by yourself. But what people really don't understand is there's like a thin line between always doing things by yourself and always being by yourself. Like, that's what people really get mixed up a lot, because being by yourself and doing things by yourself are completely different, because I'm always by myself. You will never see me walking with like too many other people. Like, I would arrive at parties like by myself. Like, I went to a party and she was like, oh, like, who'd you come here with? I'm like, I came here by myself. I walked here by myself. I didn't really walk here with anybody. And my area is kind of like sketchy, so you really actually aren't supposed to be walking by yourself anywhere around here sometimes. But I mean, I wasn't really, not trying to be by myself. Like, I was trying to engage, but it was just hard to engage because I don't know these people, and if I don't really know you that well, it's going to be hard for me to connect with you because I don't know what you like. I don't know what you like to talk about. It's just like, oh, you can ask these people these questions, but like, yeah, but it's the conversation that goes, it's just like, I can ask them that, but it's just like keeping up with the conversation, it was hard for me. And at that same time, like, I never experienced that, so I became like socially awkward, and I just didn't go out. I just decided just to stay in my room. And whenever like I saw my friends like post things about like their music shows, like of course I would go out and support and stuff like that, because that's what friends do. But I still felt like alone and just not included. So arriving at a 4-year is cool, but for transfer students, it's a little different when you didn't really start here and you're fresh and you don't really know where to go or who to make friends with and what to do and what's new in the area. Like, you would probably like kind of, depend on the people that you kind of already might have known at the university to kind of like guide you and help you in a certain way. But that's different when you and your group of friends aren't really doing the same thing. Like, I like tie-dyeing, I like watching movies, I like just chilling, like just doing those things, but it's hard to find people like that when you're not in a social setting like how dorms are. Because like your freshman year, like you're in a dorm, like you get to connect with all those people that were on your floor. You already right there already made like 50 friends or acquaintances that you already know with on your floor. But when you're a transfer student, and how I didn't have on-campus housing and I'm off-campus housing, like that's different. Like, you don't have those 50 plus people to really like connect with or see if you can like hang out, or hey, what's going on, so and so said that there was something going on and wanted to see if you wanted to go. Like, that's different when you're like around like an actual like neighborhood compared to being in a campus dorm where you have like neighbors below you and neighbors on top, but like that's like 200, 300 people right there you can interact with. So I hope my video was a little bit helpful for you guys that will possibly be transferring from a 2-year community college to a 4-year community college. Some tips I would say is definitely see what activities are on your campus, or see if if you do have the friends there, see if they can help you a little bit more, introduce you to a crowd of people that they think you might actually connect with more. But I'm not saying that's their job. They don't have to do that. That's the thing. They don't have to. But if they're really your friends, they would possibly, at least guide you in that direction. Meet friends on Twitter that are possibly, kids that go to your school. If you do feel that you're alone, you're not alone, because there's probably someone like 3 blocks away that's probably making the same video, probably feeling the same way. You just have to get out a little bit more. I know at first it's going to be hard to get out more, but you should definitely take baby steps with it. See if you can go to a local festival or something, and you see someone that's in your chemistry class, but when you talk to them and stuff, don't talk about school, because they're not in school right now. No one wants to talk about school outside of school. Go to the gym. You can always meet people at the gym, or knock over the kids' books in your class so you guys can start a conversation. Go to the extreme. That's pretty much, I would do that. Thank you guys for watching my video. I really hope it helped. See you guys later next time.